Hello, viewers. It's another sunny island day. Now, that's the only good thing I'm going to say about it. Mind you, we are on the plus side, a degree or so. Can you see that out there? Here's Her Majesty. She's standing right here. She's waving. Can you see her waving? She's waving. And then look at all this. It's white. Now, let me tell you, viewers, ladies and gentlemen, children, boys and girls of all ages, shapes, sizes, races, religions, and sexual preferences. Earlier this year, back in the summer in July, it was so hot here you couldn't stand to be outside. 40 to 45 degrees. I have the photos of temperatures I took outdoors, and it was 40 to 45, 42, 45 degrees. Then we got into the fall, and it rained, and it didn't quit. And you heard about all the washouts and the mudslides, and the Malahat was closed, and the Coquihalla in central BC. So we went through all that. And now, ever since Christmas Eve, we've had snow, and more snow. Another 10 centimeters last night on top of what we have. The snowbanks at the end of our drive here on the mountain are like they used to be in Ontario. Something's not right here. Now, when we get to January the 1st, the next 2 weeks is all 5 and 6 degrees, some sun and rain and whatnot. But what I'm saying is right now, viewers, something is not right. It's this global warming thing. We should have done something about it years ago. We should have all nose to the grindstone, watched what we're doing, and with emissions and whatnot. And even nowadays, eating plant-based foods, it gets all that gas from the cows and the animals and all that kind of stuff. We have to do something because this is going to be the norm. Hot, hot summers that you can barely stand to be outside, and snowy, wet winters. And it's not good for a place like this on the Pacific, our Vancouver Island. We get all kinds of these crazy weather patterns. Although I must thank Mr. Putin over there in Russia for sending us this freezing cold through Siberia via the Yukon to the Northwest Territories. Thank you so much, Mr. Putin. Oh, and by the way, keep your shirt on. So here we are. I don't know again what day it is. I think New Year's Eve is tomorrow. How are you doing with the days there, viewers? Honestly. Anyways, I thank you so much for tuning into my vlog. It's lovely. Some new subscribers coming your way or coming my way. So at the end of the video, I think you can click the top corner. It says subscriber on the homepage. It says subscribe. And that's nice. And the views are nice. And, well, anyways, enough said about that. Just thank you. Now, another thing I've been not struggling with, but thinking about for quite a while now, is whether or not I'm going to continue my online stations, which there's a link to on the homepage, or go to www.swisssh.ca. Stations are there on TuneIn. You can look wherever you want to. But Swisssh has been on the air 15 years come March the 7th. And on Christmas Eve, or I'm sorry, New Year's Eve, so tomorrow night, Starlite's been on the online airwaves for 10 years. That's a long time. So I still don't know. I'm probably, if I was saying where I was, I'm probably right now about 70% that I'm going to continue the stations, but I still got some time to think about it. My plan was on New Year's Day, pull the plug. That was it. Done enough. That's it. I don't know. There's been a lot of listeners over the holiday period, as there normally are. And we'll have to see. Maybe I'll have to wait a few days into January and see what happens with those listenership levels. Okay? So that's another thing that's on my mind. It's not a New Year's resolution. It's just something that I'm kind of thinking about. I don't make resolutions, but we have a little schnauzer who loves to finish the cat food. And I had a little session with her. I kind of yelled at her. I raised my voice and pointed to. And I thought, after I did that, I thought, what is the sense? I've been doing this with this schnauzer for years. She just likes licking up what's left in the cat bowl. So, you know what? No more. That's the end of it. No more telling that little puppy dog, quit eating the cat food. And something else she does that's so cute. She loves arranging the pillows on the bed. So, you know, you have your pillows looking like a French hotel, you know, all piled up. That she loves to lay on top of them and push them over. It's so cute. What am I going to say? Anyways, so those are the things that are on my mind. Kind of a semi sort of resolution to just kind of laugh at the puppy now when she finishes Dickens, our cat, our orange cat, his food. What are you going to do? You just, it's not the end of the world, viewers. It isn't, ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages. Not the end of the world. So, Christmas gifts. I know I've been showing you a few show and tell things with ornaments and Christmas cards and that, but I thought I'd be very quick today and show you some of the books I got for Christmas. I like to read. I know a lot of people read on the tablets and on the internet. I mean, I read stories, news stories and that, but I don't actually really read a book. The last time I have to tell you that I read a book online was uh, Treasure Island. I'd never read it in my life, Robert Louis Stevenson. I read Treasure Island as I sat beside my mother's bed in the hospice as she was preparing herself to leave this world. And that's what I read. So I actually read that on my tablet, Treasure Island, which was lovely reading that and keeping my mother company as she was going through the process of getting out of here. So I want to show you some books I got for Christmas. This man, and by the way, this is not a commercial. If you like the people and you want to buy the book, buy it. If you don't, don't. Now, for people who live outside of this country, Peter Mansbridge was our national newsreader on CBC for decades, and his book is called Off the Record. I haven't read any of it yet. He was one of the news people in this country who told us the bad news and the good news, and was on location in England if there was a wedding or someplace if it was bad news. Peter Mansbridge was there, and I'm looking forward to reading this book. Peter Mansbridge, Off the Record. So that's one book. And another one, I did read this guy's book a few years ago, and I thought it was called Talking to Canadians at that time. Anyways, this is Rick Mercer. He's a Newfoundlander, a Newfie, and his book called Talking to Canadians. And I'm looking forward to reading this. This is not a recent picture of Mr. Mercer. I'm sure you know that, Mr. Mercer, right? Here's what Mr. Mercer looks like today. See that? Very charming, handsome, gay man. He's lovely. And his show was on for 20 years, right, on the CBC. He was on This Hour is 22 Minutes, and then the Rick Mercer Report, which was great. Watched it all the time, as did millions of Canadians. Rick Mercer talking to Canadians. I'm anxious to get started on this book. If I met Rick, I would say, "Excuse me, Mr. Mercer, why did you choose this picture?" Because you know what? It looks a little bit like a mug shot. It looks like a police headshot, Mr. Mercer. Just a little bit. Maybe I'll tweet that to him. But if it had numbers here instead of words, look at those eyes. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Mugshot or Rick Mercer? There you go. So, and the final book is a little larger. This is a book by Cheryl Alexander. Can you see this? It's called Takea, Lone Wolf. This is a story about a wolf who lives on several islands out here in British Columbia in the Salish Sea. Now, I haven't started this book. I know it has some wonderful pictures in it. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful pictures. Can you see the pictures? Might be a little dark with all this sunshine behind me. So there are the 3 books that I received for Christmas, for the holiday season, and looking forward to that. It will keep me busy for a little while reading those. Although, you know what? I get a book I like maybe the Rick Mercer book, for instance, and I read and read and read and read until I get done it. And then a few hours later, I go, okay, now I don't have a book to read. I just noticed some lovely color shots in here. You see? Some pictures. Pictures. This is Rick. He used to do this show, Talking to Americans. And he always kept a straight face and asked them the strangest things about Canada. And they had no idea. They lived just south of us in that country. And most of them had no freaking idea. He could even give them the answer in the question. They had no idea. So I guess he takes this book, Talking to Canadians, from his little segments that used to be Talking to Americans. They were howlingly funny. And you know what? They have all the same resources that Canadians do, that Brits do, learning about the world. But these are blinders. That's right. Unless it forwards their life or has something to do with them, Not interested. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have a lot more to offer you today. I'm staying in. Now you can't see, I am sitting here. Well, you can see I'm wearing my Coca-Cola Classic t-shirt, which I may have showed you before. And I'm wearing shorts as well, because this is what you do on the island. But I'm not going to go out in that today, even though it's milder. I just, I don't just want to be out in that, because this right here, all this stuff, look at, if I wanted to be out in that, I would just move back to Ontario. But I'm not going to do that either. This will be gone in a week. It always goes fast. So, finally, I'm just going to say thank you again for watching my vlog. I mean, who knew? I went for that written blog that I wrote for, I don't know how many years, since 2004, Rob blog, which is on Blogspot. And I got to number 1,000 just before Christmas, and I thought, that's it, finished with that. So then, as I mentioned at the first of this Rob vlog, I hate to repeat myself, now I'm wondering if I'm going to keep the radio stations going, or I'm just going to settle down into a nice quiet life and do a video for you lovely viewers out there every day. So much to think about, viewers. So much to think about, including trying to keep my eyes on the camera up here and not looking at my screen, checking my hair, that kind of thing. So have a great day. Enjoy the holidays. Remember, love and joy. That's all we really need. Love and joy. Don't let people tell you anything else. And if you don't believe me, just try it without everything else that's in this world that tries to shape us and mold us. Love and joy, people. That's it. I have to go. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time right here on Rob Vlog. Until then, big smiles just for you.